Good morning, all the venerable and all the practitioners of the retreats, and then hello to friends. Good morning to everyone. And today I'm going to have a short talk about balance, involves, engage, and merge two, and unite. First point is study the teaching and practice. These two things need to go, as what I said, balance, involve, and merge. The final goal is unite together. So study the teaching. It always need to continue studying until you know where the teaching comes from, who is the founder of the teaching, who is the real person who follow the teaching, and then what is the teachings about, then can apply to your practice. And then you value it and determine from what you value, put into practice, train hard. Then may have a little bit step forward a time, come to the goal. So the founder give the teaching and give the training skill. They have a very clear what is the purpose of that training for. And then we, not only the knowledge, we know what's going on rationally, but very wise to make decision and very pure to see this final goal is possible for the training. So I will set this point as studying the teaching and the practice need to go balance. Furthermore, if we want to say how great this country is, it's based on science and law. Science is something very intelligent to question and to search, investigate for something. And then law is for you to discipline in order you don't make mistake. So from science and law in this country, we proud because other nations will not follow too much like that. So they can easy to lose balance. Like what I said, rational knowing and then very wise decide. Sometimes we see a lot of corruption is because we know the law but we don't follow. So always they make personally, individual or the country or the society into a lot of corruption. So from here that we don't superstitious have the faith in something that I may intelligent. I can escape something. Yeah. So from the teaching in Buddhism, we always talking about wisdom. Means you purify that understanding is not for the benefit of yourself, but more than that is an example. Bring this truth to the world and to next and next generation for their beneficial of our son and grandson. So law and science become the basic principle of this country, what I love. I hope that Buddhism can merge into these two topics and then put it into Buddhism, let this teaching of awakening more shine and more easy to apply by all walks of people. In order they can unite two things together. One is faith, the second one is wisdom. Sometimes we have faith very strong, but very low wisdom. Scientists not accept. Who approach by science not going to have the faith like that. So religions of faith in Buddhism, our teacher, he become an example that more apply this faith into the body and mind training. So body and mind turn it into very sharp and very concentrate, then you can easily penetrate to that obstacle. Don't let something labeling talking. Let the truth talking. Means that I don't let my ego self have faith talking, but let the truth merge into my mindful, and then let it true as a truth, so that we call that wisdom. Secondly is balancing when the wisdom showing to connected to the world. So once wise people, their decision is very compassion and loving kindness. We can see all in religions, if they don't go very extreme to faith and very extreme to his own rational or intelligent. So if purify the faith and intelligent, you become more wise. Your decision is right to the point. Then this will be much equal balance of EQ and IQ. Wisdom and compassion, loving kindness go together. This need to be balanced in order the body and mind of the trainer itself showing real light than an example of his teacher. One more thing to say in daily life, before we come to EQ and IQ very high, something need to be built up before that. I call this as concentration and insight need to go equal. We have a lot of investigation, and the mind will easy to have very great thinking, but we don't know how to stop the mind. Let the mind is more mastering. So this mind become monkey. Sometimes it's stuck here and there. Sometimes it just grab the mind too much. Sometimes it just excite by contact to the five senses information and run away, get lost. So that you need to train yourself, have a little bit what I say AQ, means adversity quotient. Adversity quotient is very important because it lets your mind become more stable and then more steady in this body and mind. It's always good when you use this function, contact to the world or contact to your own mind. Second, what I want to say, the training or the action of the morality and the everyday living professional training need to go balance. I mean professional training to make living and the principle to go on in the daily life. These two things sometimes is not balanced. A lot of Buddhists, they have very high moral perspective to themselves, but they don't have handy skill, not handyman. So if in this society, you see society always change, always have new innovation, always discover new thing, new technology, new tool, and then they have new product. If you don't on time upgrading yourself, how can you fit into this society? How can you master this society easy and then get the benefit, get easy survival, get easy pay by yourself to make better living? So I can see some of the Buddhist country is because of too conservative into their own moral or the teaching and forget about the living skill improvement. So they're always thinking to your own self that as a practitioner in this society, no matter you are a monastic or you are a lay practitioner, become engineer all the time. So this engineer is not only a skill of knowing the machine, all different career that can become occupation. We need to improve ourselves. I'm a monk, you see, but not only a monk that I am. When you see the project, I bring the group here, then you know that it's more than a monk's skill need in order to have a new location, new project to start. That difficulty really need engineer skill. So not only engineer skill, and the coming day when this world changing into more and more fine support into life, so that aging become long life. You can see the long life right now in Japan, more than 65 years old, it become 23% already. In China, they go through like that. I think, of course, United States here, with all this material support, make long life become possible. So the life in this country is total, they go to 82 years. Japan, 83 years. Chinese right now, 84 years. what they can live in that long age. So what we need of skill to support? Medical skill, healthy exercise skill, even though the handicap all this facility and then all this supporting that professional training is what this world always welcome. If you can bring this into what we call the social welfare and you volunteer to do it, you always won't lost job. So thinking about this is not only there. In 1995, I go to Xiamen University and I finished my Chinese medical science. It's because of I know something in Buddhism teaching, when you're born, aging, illness, and then you're facing to dying. So aging, illness, and facing to dying, not like the talk and moral I present can make help. You need skillful men. So they always become a handyman, as what I said today is always good. So keep balance to yourself, morality basic and occupation basic need to merge and then make it come to support each other in unite. That one I want to say, balance your family life and the pet. So family life is very important. I think I am too cannot escape family life because I have big family. Don't think that become a monk is isolate himself into secluded. No. More we need to think about the survival in Buddhism. Our faith need to put into the shoulder. Then you won't hide in the corner. You will facing and merge yourself into this very life. So the life itself is how you apply the path to your family. My family is big, so I need to use a more high standard of path to overcome the stress and problem. So I call myself, I walk into the renunciate path. So, and you are the Buddhists maybe have the family in a small family, you're responsible, and then that need to be fulfilled in order you can have like me, a big open family. So your family need to take care. It's nothing more important than 5 precepts. Believe me, 5 precepts can make your body and mind more balanced and calm. Discipline to yourself always become a good example in the family. Secondly, family with the 5 precepts is easy to have more harmonized pattern. Like what I said, in the monastery you see in the morning food, then we need to say a short word before we take the food. I don't think in Buddhist life most of them is like that. Yeah, you need to build up this principle before your kid grow up. You know, if facing to food, facing to hunger, they cannot guide their mind, greedy, hatred, uncomfortable, you know, ignore into eating. It always will start everywhere in the daily life. So for me, as a big family leader, so every meal I still put my plan together in order I keep my commitment. Yeah. So keep a commitment, become a good behavior pattern. It always let you enjoy and let the mind more calm and happy. So the path is very important to keep the family safe. If we see that everywhere drug, then you know how tough we are. And right now, Canada, you after 18 years old, you can buy, what is that?
Marijuana.
Yes. Oh, in my life, when I stay in Thailand as a Thai monk, you know, some monks they take cigarette, you know, and when I read the teaching, you know, cigarette is because of asthma. You see, asthma, then they take some cigarette in order they recover in short time, try to break to that difficulty of asthma. You see. Sick, bodily sick, so he needs something. But later on, it becomes side effect, mentally sick. He cannot get rid of cigarette. I see this is a bad example. I don't like this very much as you walk into the path. So I myself, I commit myself. I'm not going to touch this. So right now, this world is crazy little bit. The open market, they talk about how much profits they can make. They don't care about how bad this mind go to destroy. So from this point of view, then I know that before they have alcohol, you can buy alcohol, but right now it's upgrading into more troublesome to our society. So I think in our own self, keep the family as pure as we can into 5 precepts. As what United Nations said, 3 precepts, 4 precepts, and Buddhism have 5 precepts. He said Buddhism is more perfect into guiding family life into harmony and peace. Make a good example for the society. Even though you can save all the work in society, but you still keep your promise, because of this promise is not for your own benefit, it's for the value to the society. No matter what is going on, once they get into merge, once they're painful, they will enlighten and get back to think and consider about this. This is what I say about family life and about the path need to go merge together. Last thing I want to say, involve to the society and transcend of the society. If in the Buddhist word we call that social life or renunciate. These 2 things is about concerning. Like me, I born with a good heart. A good heart living in the society will be very painful because you don't hurt other people, but other people will see you are very weak. Yeah, like American country, Europe country, and you can see other country, that leader is very aggressive. If you are weak, they try to take more from you. They try to control you see. So you need to be very strong and upgrading yourself to be more better skill to not fight, at least to aspect my power and aspect what is belong to me. You see, so for us involved into the society life, concern about living being is very important. For myself, I say I am in the big family, so my big family is not for human only, it's for all living beings. You see, what I see the scientists say is a global warming, a problem already here, ecological system already go bad, and my venerable is from Sri Lanka. I think this island will be inch by inch, increasing the sea water. So I see the danger of my friends in Sri Lanka. So all walk to human being, even though our own Long Beach. When I go to San Francisco in Auckland, when I come back from the bridge across back to San Francisco City, and I see the tower beside the beach. Suddenly I see the seawater is above the fan. What is this mean? Then I tell my friend, you see, I told you the seawater would rise up. He said, no. Don't believe that. I said, why I want to believe? I open my eye and see the real, because I'm a constructor. I know what is construct project and experience. No one built his fan under the water. No one. You need to build something as a fan up above the water. But right now the water already rising up over the fan. Then I said, you don't tell me anything. I trust my own investigation. I trust my engineer skill. So here is something that for the life itself, we need to concern about why we have children, why we have our family, because the next generation need to be carry on. Ongoing material resources to support the life survival. That is interdependent to each other. We need to help the society learn. We need to become an example. We need to keep talk in all walk to our friend. Let us do something. Let us come to this part, not come to that party. We need to open our eyes. Stand for all living beings. Benefit and make this insurance for your son and daughter's son. That insurance may not need to cover your life, because maybe we are not going to that happen yet. The life already passed. But for our concern, for more foresight, we need to do that. Talk a little bit about renunciate. That is the path and Nibbana. This is a very supreme understanding in Buddhism. Not much people open his eye and can maturely grab this easily. So I think for us, need to go back to the first thing, studying the Dhamma or studying the teaching of the Buddha, and then keep practice as a balance in order we can go more accurate about what the Buddha means by the path and the fruit of path. This has become very important unless we do it our part into study and keep concentrate into the practice to purify our mind in order we have sharpening, more alert mindset to know the path. Then we can purify our life from culture aspect, social welfare aspect, education aspect, come to more fine and accurate picking up and hold the path and Nibbana in your own hand and mind. This is what I call the supreme spirit in Buddhism. Last word I want to say, from develop and achievement, mental cultivate, all I talk about the 4 points is our own cultivation, and put it into develop our own fortune, our own barami connected to the life in front of us become more broad and easy. So cultivate the mind itself, make our life more deliverance, more happy pattern. This always from study teaching, his practice is the direction. From our occupation, living skill, morality principle is the direction. The third one, from our family life, this action, the path is the direction. The third one, even though we involve in the society, work hard to make the living connected to the world, and then to make the teamwork possible, make us fit in possible. The final goal is deliverance. So deliverance is our direction. Thank you.